once again, a video interview from ULD Care. And today, I'd like to spend some time talking with our president, Urs Weisendanger, who I think many of you know. Urs is currently located in Costa Rica. So this is a very trans-global interview from myself in Hong Kong. The subject we want to address today is in regards to the upcoming elections for directors for ULD Care. This is something we do every 3 years, and as part of the governance of ULD Care, we have positions for a president, a vice president, and then a total of 12 directors, of whom 6 should be from airlines and 6 from non-airlines. And for various reasons, we seem to have a bit of a churn in directors. People move jobs, people move positions. So we would like to use this short video interview to highlight and encourage people to become a part of the ULD Care Board of Directors. So I'd like to turn this over now to Urs. Urs, the floor is yours.
All right, like Bob says, every 3 years, we do an election for our board. And as Bob said, there is currently 12 directors. We have authority if we need to expand it to more seats than that. And out of the 12, vice president, president is elected from the 12, so it's not +2, it's actually 12. This board, unlike the ULD board, you can say at IATA, is comprised of not just airlines. It's actually 6 airlines, because we started out of airlines. It also has both pooling companies that have a seat, and we have another 6 seats that are open for other industry ULD-centric companies. For example, original equipment manufacturers, etc., etc. We're saying non-airlines. For the future, we also hope to have some ground handling equipment as manufacturer as part of our board. And finally, we'd also like to have representation from a forwarder, because that's the exciting thing about this organization. We are not just airlines, we are comprised of participants along the ULD chain end to end.
Thank you, Urs. I think that's a good introduction. I'd like to particularly focus, if I may, for a second on the airline side, because, as I said, this is where we began. ULD Care started as the IULD UG many years ago, and at that stage it was purely airlines. These days, there's been an awful lot of job moves in the airline side. People have been reassigned to different functions, moving them away from ULD. People have left the industry, retirements, redundancies. And so while we've done not badly on maintaining our directors' positions in the non-airline side, the challenge has been on the airline side. And this is particularly important because the system lies at the heart of what ULD Care stands for and what it does. So, Urs, would you like to make any special message to the airline side of our community?
Well, our business starts with airlines because we're talking about ULDs, and ULDs go on board airlines. Aircraft, I should say. So, of course, we started out as an organization that was just dealing with the airline business and ULD. We kind of realized that we have to expand. We have to have all the players on board, but it still remains that half of our board, 6 seats, are dedicated to airlines, because the responsibility for ULDs goes with ownership, and usually it's the airline that owns it or manages it. We know that there is poolers now, but it's still the airlines that are a major part of the ULD world.
Great. Well, I think that's that puts it very nicely. And I mean, what I'd like to also say is that we recognize that all our members have busy day jobs, and that they may not necessarily be able to devote massive amounts of time to the governance of ULD Care. And we don't expect it. The directors meet every 2 months on the second Tuesday of every other month. We have a Zoom call, which we try to be extremely disciplined and stay to exactly 60 minutes, no more. So there's 5 of those during the calendar year. And then assuming we get back to, not if, but when we get back to face-to-face meetings, then typically on the Monday, just before the main meeting starts, we have an all-day face-to-face meeting of the board, which we use to cover some of the statutory stuff like approving the accounts, but also it's a great opportunity to discuss more. So it's not a big ask for everybody to consider this, and we really would like to encourage people to give it a go. I'm afraid it's unpaid, like all the other posts in ULD Care. There's no financial rewards, but it's a very rewarding activity, and I think that's worth more than money. So, Urs, would you like to say a few words to wrap up?
Well, I would like to say, if you have any passion for this airline business, a passion, that's what it needs. Now is the right time to join. Look at what's happening. Digitalization. For 40 years or more, we did everything with paper. Compliance is the big elephant in the room. Compliance is hard to get. ULD, ULD is low on the totem pole in an airline. However, we've come a long way. If you read trades these days, guess what? You'll find an article about ULD. Of course, the advent of temperature-controlled ULDs, as is now the case with all that vaccine that needs to go globally, well, guess what? It's a ULD. So now we need to get a level playing field, and to accomplish that with all the new possibilities, like I said, digitalization. This is kind of the ULD world that goes like e-airway bill and e-this and e-that. Well, guess what? We're working on a virtual e-ULD control receipt. We put our system, which is our core, which is called the Interline User Group system, the IOLD UG. We're using this to now operate on a blockchain so that we can entertain and receive just about all the messages, any mode that you can think of. It can be Bluetooth, it can be just basically anything short of smoke signals. But to do all this, we need to know what it is that the airline needs, that the ground handler needs, that the forwarder needs. And what we're doing, apart from the systems that are out there by airlines, by leasing companies, by whoever has an interest, with the new interoperability that's out there now and the Bluetooth gathering, we are the ones that go beyond your individual airline systems. we are the ones that we can register when you transfer your asset and give it to somebody else's custody. Our system will capture that by means of a UCR. And like I said, that's going to be virtual. It's going to be taking compliance more and more out of the hands of the user. So this is an exciting time, and we need you. We need your ideas to get and produce the right product. And this is the time to do it. So I really encourage you to be part of this ride and show us the way, help us find the right solutions. So please, please, if you can, get a few minutes every day of your job and think about this ULD, which is apparently your business, since you are a ULD manager, as far as the airline is concerned. Please give it a thought, ask your management that they will allow you to participate. There's not much traveling before COVID, and hopefully after. We have one sit-down meeting that is global, changes every year. And this is a gathering that we exchange ideas, bring people up to date. And the second part of this organization, apart from our system, is training. We're spending a lot of time updating training. We're working together with the training with the airport, what's it called?
Airport College.
Airport College, which is a leading training organization. We're doing started to virtual training, low cost for frontline workers. If you need more, we got the IATA training for higher management positions as far as ULD is concerned. So please give it a thought and join us, and let's make this new ULD world fit to the new tools. So I'm looking forward to hear some nominations, and followed by elections, which should take place in early summer. I believe June it is, well.
Yeah, June.
Right. And if you are not able to nominate yourself, or the company doesn't want to go along with it because of whatever considerations, then at least I'm appealing to you, please vote, and vote for the candidates that are there, so we're getting the right mix. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Urs. As you can see, ULD Care is never short of passion. We put a lot of feeling into what we do over here at ULD Care. We may not be the size of the big boys, but we try to punch above our weight. So yes, if I can just add my encouragement to that from Urs, we really, really hope to see a good level of interest in this year's, particularly from the airline side. I think, if I'm not mistaken, all our current directors have indicated their willingness to continue to put themselves up for re-election. So that's a good start. But as I say, new blood would be very, very, very welcome. So with that, yes, thank you very much for your attention. And that's goodbye from Urs and myself.
Thank you very much.